Isn't the whole point of home automation to make our lives easier? Because if that's true, we've kind of lost our way. But there is one solution that might be able to save us from ourselves, and that's Homey Pro Advanced Flows. Today I'm going to take you on a deeper dive into this new approach to home automation with 6 reasons I love automating my home with Homey Pro Advanced Flows, including some features you've never seen before in a home automation platform. Drag and drop simplicity. Homey Pro Advanced Flows are built around cards. You select the triggers and conditions and action cards you want, which Homey calls when, and then. They may be getting a little too clever by half here, but you drop the cards you want on your canvas, then you use lines to connect the cards in the order you want them to execute. It is so easy to visualize your automations this way. For conditions, or ands as they call them, you draw one line one way for if the condition is true, and you draw a second line a different path if the condition is false. And then the automation, when it gets to that card, just follows whatever flow is appropriate at that point. Everything is just so easy to add and move around and connect that even a kid can do it. Literally. With just a little bit of coaching on how to use the when, and then cards, my 11-year-old son was able to create some advanced flows all by himself in the Homey Pro. Now with that same amount of coaching in Hubitat's rule machine, my son was able to tell me home automation was stupid, I should get a real job and stop making the house all weird. So big win there for the Homey Pro Advanced Flows in the ease of use department. It's a blank canvas. When you start to build your first advanced flow, you are presented with nothing. It's a blank canvas. At first you're kind of like, huh? But once you've built an advanced flow or two, you realize this is kind of brilliant because it allows you to build your automations in whatever order makes sense to you. Whether you think in a strict linear fashion or you're more abstract, Homey Advanced Flows easily adapt to your way of thinking. Compare that to, again, Hubitat's rule machine or Home Assistant's automation engine. Now they are exceptionally capable, but they both force you to adapt to the strict linear logic of the engineer who built it. That's why trying to figure out how to automate your home can sometimes make you want to just burn your house to the ground and live in a tent instead. But Homey Pro Flows are easy on the eyes and the brain. Multiple automations in a single advanced flow. Now this is a pretty unique feature to Homey Advanced Flows. Take this flow for my TV bookshelf LEDs as an example. If I want to have different automations for turning them on, turning them off, turning them on in TV mode, turning them on and off with buttons, etc., I don't have to create all those different automations in different apps and different rules. I can do them all on one page. It's just a great way of organizing things so you're not jumping around between different rules and different apps. It's all right there, it's all organized, it's great. Easy to edit. It's often hard to know exactly how your rule is going to end up when you start building it. As you live with it, you're going to want to add different conditions or different actions. This is just really easy to do in Homey Advanced Flows. We just drop in our new cards, we change a couple connection lines, and we're done. The ability to copy and paste cards or even portions of a rule and move them around and replace cards that you want quickly is just a real time saver. You can even copy and paste between different advanced flows on different pages. It's just quite a refreshing experience. This is the path to make home automation fun and accessible, and isn't that the whole point? Testing your automations. Testing your automations is so easy in advanced flows. You just right-click on any card and you can test the flow from that point forward. The lines change color as the automation flows from one card to another, so you can just see if your smart home is doing what it's supposed to be doing at any point in the flow. It just helps get your automations functional a lot quicker, and you're out of that testing phase and not annoying your family for as long, which I know everyone can really appreciate. Advanced capabilities. So far I've focused on how easy these advanced flows are to create, but its capabilities are really exceptionally advanced. So here's just a taste of some of the advanced capabilities you can do with Homey Pro Advanced Flows. Logic cards. If you want to trigger rules based on when a variable changes or do something different based on if a temperature or humidity or illuminance or whatever is above a certain threshold, logic cards are how you do it. Basically, any bit of info from any device or input can be selected as a condition and you run your rule from there. Error paths. Sometimes automations fail and you want to know about it. Flow cards give you the option to create a new path of action if the planned path doesn't work. So for example, if you have a flow to lock your front door and that lock is unresponsive, you can create an error path to a new card that will send you a notification on your phone to let you know that your house will probably be ransacked by the wet bandits if you don't take some action. Push confirmations. And speaking of push notifications, Homey Flows allow you to send push notifications to your phone and will only execute the rest of the rule once it receives a confirmation from your phone. Just a very cool feature. Homey Script. If all this isn't good enough for you, Homey script cards allow you to drop the code right in the middle of any flow. You can also trigger flows by webhooks, parse text as JSON, and all sorts of things that make no sense to me, but you might love. And that's just kind of the beauty of advanced flows. I mean, you can do all the sort of crazy complicated things that satisfy your inner geek, but all within a simple framework that even my monkey brain can understand. Gripes. Okay, not everything's perfect, not even Homey flows. For starters, you can't edit or create Homey advanced flows in the Homey mobile app. You can build your basic flows there, but advanced flows, they have to be done on a desktop or tablet. I mean, I can see why that is. It would be really impractical to try to edit a big flow on a tiny mobile screen, but it's still kind of a bummer. Second, while I love the drag and drop capabilities of the cards, if you're building a big rule with a lot of different cards, adding all the cards onto the page can get a little bit tedious. It would be nice if there were more cards that could do multiple things. For example, you could have a light bulb card that could set the color and the dim level at the same time instead of using separate cards for each task. Now, there are some community apps that kind of add some of this capability, but there's still more that could be done here to satisfy my laziness. Also, the App Store is great and all, and it allows you to add a bunch of new features and capabilities, but there are some features that are really helpful that you have to add to the App Store, like virtual devices and countdown timers, and it would just be nice if they came in the hub already and you didn't have to go to the App Store to get them, because you're gonna get them, so just put them there right away. And finally, the name Flows. It's growing on me, but I still kind of hate it. Besides, in Minnesota, having great flow means only one thing: having amazing hockey hair. Gripes aside, Homey Pro Advanced Flows are probably the best combination of advanced functionality and ease of use for about 98% of people that want to automate their home. And if you want to know what I think about the rest of the Homey Pro Hub, check out my review right here. Thanks for watching.